Did you know that Iceland is home to more volcanoes than any other European country? That's right. This small island nation has around 130 volcanic mountains, with roughly 30 of them considered active. For a land of fire and ice, it certainly lives up to its name. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into 10 mind-blowing facts about Iceland that might just leave you questioning what you thought you knew about this stunning Nordic paradise. From its unique geological features to its fascinating culture, Iceland is a treasure trove of surprises. But before we embark on this journey, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and stick around till the end for some incredible insights and tips on how to make the most of your next trip to Iceland. Iceland isn't just a pretty face, it's literally a land sculpted by contrasting forces. As we mentioned earlier, the island is riddled with volcanoes, but it's also home to the largest glacier in Europe, Vatnajökull. It's mind-blowing to think about the coexistence of glaciers and active volcanoes in such harmony. But, with great beauty comes great risk. The volcanoes can be unpredictable, and recent eruptions have shown that Icelanders need to stay prepared. In 2024, for instance, the Fagradalsfjall volcano erupted after being dormant for 800 years. Imagine that, talk about a dramatic wake-up call. So, if you're planning on a camping trip, might want to keep your eye on the volcanic forecast, or you might find your tent a tad toasty. Always check local guidelines about volcano activity before visiting, and invest in solid outdoor gear. Did you know that Iceland has a book publishing industry that's thriving, producing an astonishing number of titles each year? For a country of only 370,000 people, the annual Jólabókafall, or Yule Book Flood, is where almost every Icelandic person gifts a book on Christmas Eve. Talk about the ultimate cozy holiday tradition. But it's not just fairy tales and folklore, many Icelanders take their literature seriously. It sparks debates, promotes freedom of expression, and sometimes even stirs up political discussions. Just ask any Icelander about Sjón, the legendary author. He might just take hours of your time. Imagine going to a cafe and overhearing passionate discussions about characters in books. You might wonder if you're in a literary battle, or just a really intense game of book club. If you're a book lover, make sure to check out local bookstores while you're there. The Icelandic Literature Center is a must-visit. Ever dreamt of never needing to turn on your lights? In summer, Iceland experiences the midnight sun, where the sun barely sets, providing nearly 24 hours of daylight. It's the perfect setting for adventure seekers. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. This phenomenon can disrupt sleep patterns. Yes, you might find yourself wide awake at 3 a.m. when all you want is a solid snooze. I mean, who knew the sun could be such a bad houseguest, right? It just doesn't know when to leave. Bring an eye mask or blackout curtains if you're sensitive to light. Your sleep will thank you. With over 90% of Iceland's energy coming from renewable sources, geothermal energy reigns supreme. This is a place where hot water is literally just beneath your feet. But while it's eco-friendly, there are also concerns about harnessing this energy sustainably. Drilling too deep could disrupt the delicate geothermal systems and cause issues for the natural hot springs that locals cherish. Let's just say, there's a fine line between enjoying a relaxing soak in a hot spring and inadvertently becoming a geothermal guinea pig. If you're exploring geothermal areas, always stay on marked paths. Mother Nature has her quirks, and you never know when a hot spot might switch from your spa day retreat to an unexpected geological show. Icelandic is a fascinating language that has remained largely unchanged since the Viking Age. It's like stepping into a time machine, each word you hear echoes history. However, with this linguistic treasure comes a risk, the struggle to preserve language in our globalized world. Many Icelanders will proudly tell you that they don't want to lose their unique cultural heritage to English, yet they face the modern challenge of integrating with the global community. So, while skál means cheers in Icelandic, not knowing how to order your coffee in their language might leave you with a strange brew you never asked for. If you're visiting, learn a few Icelandic phrases. The locals will appreciate it, and you might even score some extra points at cafes. Despite its harsh climate, Iceland is home to a surprisingly vibrant agricultural scene, thanks to geothermal energy. Greenhouses keep crops warm, allowing the cultivation of everything from tomatoes to herbs. But it's not as simple as farming gold. The reliance on geothermal and imported resources heightens food prices, making groceries in Iceland some of the most expensive in the world. That organic tomato may cost you more than your last night out. So, don't be shocked if that salad you're enjoying feels more like a luxury. It practically had its own personal heatwave to grow. Try visiting local farmers' markets for fresh produce. It'll be worth the splurge and a unique experience. Icelanders have deep-rooted beliefs in elves and hidden people, with surveys showing that around 50% of the population believes in their existence to some degree. In fact, almost 70% won't disturb a rock or hill that's thought to be a dwelling place for these beings. While this whimsical belief makes for fun stories, it can lead to real-life challenges, such as when construction projects are altered to avoid upsetting the elves. Just last year, a highway construction plan was rerouted to protect a so-called elf rock. Imagine the elves sitting back, sipping tea, and watching the construction workers tiptoe around, feeling like they're in their own private fairy tale. When in Iceland, respect the local beliefs and traditions. Who knows, you might just make an elf friend along the way. The Northern Lights are not just a light show, they're a bucket list phenomenon for many. On clear nights, Iceland offers some of the best views of this natural marvel. However, the unpredictable nature of the aurora means that even the most seasoned travelers can miss out. Relying solely on forecasts can be tricky, and often leads to disappointment when nature has other plans. So, if you're planning a trip solely to chase the auroras, remember, you may end up like a kid waiting for a school field trip that never comes. Check aurora forecasts and consider taking a guided tour, enhancing your chances of experiencing this breathtaking spectacle. Reykjavik is not just the capital, it's a cultural powerhouse with various festivals and events taking place almost every month. From music and literature to food and art, there's always something happening. However, with so many events, you might find yourself overwhelmed by choices. It's like being a kid in a candy store, but instead of sweets, it's a buffet of creative expressions and cultural displays. Just be careful, you don't want to accidentally end up at a festival for fermented shark tasting thinking it's a food truck rally. Plan ahead to attend the events that interest you the most, and check local listings or visitor bureaus for current happenings during your visit. Trust me, you want to be part of this vibrant scene. Lastly, we have the iconic Unveil National Park, which is where you can literally walk between two tectonic plates. Yes, you're standing on the mid-Atlantic ridge, making it a unique geological wonder and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. While the scenery is stunning, the terrain can be rugged. Visitors should be cautious of slippery paths, especially near water bodies. One misstep, and you could be taking an unexpected plunge into one of Iceland's glacial rivers. You know what they say about adventure. It's mostly just bad decisions regretted later while trying to avoid frostbite. Stick to marked pathways and wear sturdy shoes. Your feet will thank you when you're conquering those rocky terrains and soaking in the natural beauty. And there you have it, 10 mind-blowing facts about Iceland that show this Nordic gem isn't just a pretty picture, it's a land of rich culture, geological wonders, and historical tales that leave us in awe. Each visit to Iceland holds the potential for adventure, discovery, and a sprinkle of magic. As we continue to share the beauty of the world, from Iceland's bubbling geysers to its shimmering northern lights, it's essential to stay curious, informed, and prepared for what lies ahead. What did you find the most surprising today? Let us know in the comments below. And if you loved this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow adventurers. Join us next time as we explore the wonders of another incredible destination. Until then, keep exploring, stay curious, and remember, the world is full of surprises, just waiting for you to discover them.